This is the story of Jack Ma. He is one of the richest men in China. But once, he was a poor boy with many problems. Jack Ma was born in 1964, in a small city in China called Hangzhou. His family was not rich. They did not have much money. His father was a music worker. His mother stayed at home. When Jack was young, he was not strong, he was not tall, and he was not very smart in school. So, every morning, Jack Ma took his bicycle and rode for 45 minutes to a hotel. Why? Because many foreigners stayed there. Jack talked to them. He said, "Hello, I want to practice English." He talked every day. He helped them as a free guide. He showed them places in the city. They talked, laughed, and taught him new words. This is how Jack learned English, not from school, but from real people. One American woman became his pen friend. She called him Jack because his real name, Ma Yun, was hard to say. That's how Jack Ma was born. But learning English was only one part of his life. He still had many failures waiting for him. Jack Ma finished high school. He wanted to go to a good university. But he had a big problem: he failed the entrance exam. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Yes, Jack failed the university exam 3 times. But he did not stop. He studied more. He tried again. On the 4th try, he passed. He got into Hangzhou Teachers Institute. There, he studied English and became a teacher. After college, Jack wanted a job. So, he went to many interviews. Guess what? He was rejected again and again. He applied for 30 jobs. And all said, no. One time, he applied at KFC. There were 24 people. 23 got the job. Only Jack was rejected. He also tried to join the police. The officer looked at him and said, "You are not good enough." Imagine that. So many rejections. So many no's. But Jack Ma smiled and said, "These rejections teach me more than success." Then he found a job as an English teacher. He earned only $12 a month. But he loved teaching. He loved helping students learn English. Still, in his heart, he wanted to do something big. Something different. One day, he got a chance to go to the United States. That trip changed his life. In 1995, Jack Ma went to the United States for the first time. He was not there for fun. He was helping a Chinese company with translation. One day, his friends showed him a computer. They said, "This is the internet." Jack Ma had never used a computer before. He didn't even know how to type. They said, "Try it." So Jack typed his first word, beer. He wanted to see what came up. There were results from the US, Germany, Japan, but no results from China. Then he typed, China. Still, nothing came up. Jack was shocked. He thought, there is no information about China on the internet. I must do something. This gave him an idea. He said, "The internet is the future. I want to bring China to the world through the internet." So when Jack went back to China, he decided to start a website company. But there was one problem: he knew nothing about computers or the internet. Still, he gathered some friends. He said, "I don't know technology, but I know people. Let's start something together." They agreed. And in 1995, Jack Ma started his first company, called China Pages. It was a website to help Chinese businesses go online. But it failed. Yes, Jack failed again. Still, he did not give up. He learned from his mistake. He watched. He studied. He waited for the right moment. And then, in 1999, Jack Ma was ready. He started something that would change the world. It was the year 1999. Jack Ma was 35 years old. He had already failed many times. But now, he had a big dream. He gathered 17 friends in his small apartment. They sat on the floor. Jack told them, "I want to build a global company. A website where small businesses can sell their products to the world." Some friends were confused. Some were scared, but Jack spoke with confidence. He said, "If we work hard together, we will win. We are not rich, we are not powerful, but we have dreams, and we have the internet." Everyone said, yes. So, they started Alibaba. They chose the name because it's easy to remember. Alibaba and the 40 Thieves is a famous story. People around the world know it. Alibaba was for small businesses, the ones without big money, the ones who needed help to grow. In the beginning, things were very hard. They had no money. Jack had to borrow money from friends. They worked in a small apartment, with old furniture and slow internet. People said, "You will fail. No one will buy online. China is not ready." But Jack said, "Trust is more important than money." So they built Alibaba slowly. Step by step, day by day, Jack Ma focused on one thing: helping others. He said, "If you help others succeed, you will succeed too." Alibaba started growing. Small shops began selling online. Then bigger companies joined. Soon, Alibaba became one of the fastest growing websites in China. But trouble was still coming. Big American companies saw Alibaba, and they were ready to fight. By the early 2000s, Alibaba was growing fast. More and more businesses were joining. But Jack Ma and his team were still small. They had no big offices, no big money, no big team. Then came the giants. One day, a very big company entered China. The company was eBay, one of the biggest online selling websites in the world. eBay had money, eBay had power, eBay had a global name. People said, "Alibaba is finished. Jack Ma cannot win." But Jack said, "eBay is a shark in the ocean. We are a crocodile in the Yangtze River. If we fight in China, we will win." He knew China better. He knew small Chinese businesses better. And most of all, he believed in his team. So, Jack made a smart move. He created a new website just for Chinese people. It was called Taobao. It was free to use. It was fun and friendly. And it gave power to small sellers. While eBay charged money, Taobao was free. Slowly, people started choosing Taobao. In just a few years, Taobao became more popular than eBay in China. eBay lost the fight. They closed their China business. Jack Ma had won, but he didn't celebrate too long. He kept working. He said, "Today is hard. Tomorrow will be worse. But the day after tomorrow will be beautiful." Alibaba was now a big name in China. But Jack had bigger dreams. He wanted to take Alibaba to the world. After beating eBay in China, Jack Ma had a big goal: take Alibaba to the world. He wanted Chinese sellers to sell products to every country. He wanted people in Africa, India, America, everywhere, to find Chinese products online. In 2014, Jack Ma made a bold move. He took Alibaba to the New York Stock Exchange. It was the biggest IPO stock sale in the world at that time. People around the world were watching. Reporters asked, "Will this Chinese man really succeed in America?" Jack wore a simple suit. He smiled and said, "Today is just the beginning." Alibaba raised $25 billion in one day. It was a huge success. Now, Jack Ma was not just famous in China. He was famous around the world. He gave motivational speeches. He spoke in Harvard, Stanford, and many big events. He talked about never giving up, believing in yourself, helping others first. Jack also started new companies. Alibaba grew into a giant group of companies. Jack Ma became one of the richest men in Asia. But he always said, "Money is not everything. If you have money, use it to do good." After years of hard work, Jack Ma became a symbol of success. He was rich. He was famous. He had everything. But deep inside, Jack still called himself a teacher. He said, "I was born to teach, not to rule." In 2019, Jack Ma did something big. On his 55th birthday, he said goodbye to Alibaba. He retired as the boss of the company he started. At a big celebration, with lights and music, Jack Ma stood on stage, wore a simple shirt, and said, "I want to return to my first love, education." He started helping young people. He built the Jack Ma Foundation to support schools, students, and small businesses. He said, "A good teacher always believes in the future. That is what I want to do." Even after retiring, Jack Ma stayed active. He gave speeches. He met students. He helped people with big dreams. But he also warned others, success is not about being rich. It's about making others better. If you want to do something great, help 10 people. Then help 100. That's how we change the world.